Hey Asmon, I just watched your video reviewing Narcs. Very unfortunate video about ashes, and I wanted to take just a moment to go through a couple of the things that he says that I feel are really disingenuous and unfortunately paint a very negative light on myself, on the team, on the project. And I think that it's very intentional what he did in his video. And I think it's important to the viewers that they have an opportunity to really inspect and understand what Narc is saying and whether or not it's accurate and true and whether or not there's a bias there. And if he's trying to paint a picture that is overly negative for the purposes of trying to defame the project because of whatever reason that he's become discontent about us. But you know, I think the biggest takeaway in watching his video that can give a real clear sign to the viewers that what he is saying is not accurate is the way he portrays the desert. And 2 years ago we had let me set my speed a little bit lower. 2 years ago we had a showcase of our development update, kind of walking through the zone of the desert that was completed, so that players could see what that desert's going to look like, what the zone's going to be like. And in his video, he goes to the edge of the map. Basically, you can see, kind of this area, which is the entrance into the desert. And this desert is supposed to be relatively large. I mean, it's going to go all the way kind of down out here. And this section is still incomplete, right? We are building the game. We are in alpha. We have been very clear that there is a significant amount of work, of course, for us to do. The approach that I have taken with this project has been one to kind of show that process very clearly to the players. And he makes a claim that, what we show is not real or is fake to some degree or some way. And that's just completely false. Um, he purposefully goes out to the edge of the desert in his video without giving any context to the viewers that this whole section of the desert exists, right? This is some 26 square kilometers of desert area that is present within the world. Um, and he doesn't show any of that, which I think is really just unfortunate. Here we have a little player here. Hold on. Let me give them a Christmas hat because they found me. um, so, just kind of running through the space, you ask yourself, why would Narc purposefully show for a minute and a half in his video a completely barren section of the edge of the map to try to demonstrate to the viewer that what we showed was not real, when in fact there is a huge portion of the desert that is complete, that is a playable space, that has monsters in it, that is exactly what we showed um, in our preview of the desert biome. It's completely disingenuous, and it's intended to influence the viewer's perception of us, of myself, and to demean our character, which is just completely unfair. And we don't have a way to inform all of the people who go and watch Narc's video. It has over 100,000 views now, or your video, which is going to have 500,000 or a million views, and people are going to walk away from that video and they're going to think, wow, why would they show something that is inaccurate when here is exactly what we showed, right? So I think it's important that people see that. And I think it's important that they understand that this section of the world is here, that we do not show any updates or development that is not real, that is fake. I understand that people have been burned through many other developments that have, shown things that aren't exactly accurate. But that's not the case for us. Here's our scorpion mama. Let's take a look at her. How's she doing? Oops. Okay, she got a little angry. Definitely got a little angry, but we'll leave her behind. Um, so that's an important point. The other thing that I wanted to talk about for just a second um, was that we're 230 plus people that are working on this project, and Ashes of Creation is obviously a very ambitious um, MMORPG that we're trying to create, and it's not always going to be, rosy and sunshine in the development process. There are steps that we're going to take forward, and there are steps that we're going to take backwards, and that's okay as long as we stick to that transparent, aspect of showing our community, showing our core audience what we're working on, and what's up and coming. We're now in this Alpha 2 phase where players are capable of participating, 5 days a week, although we've been up for the past almost 3 weeks now, in phase 2. And not everything, we have a roadmap, a very clear roadmap of when additional systems and features are going to be included. And we're going to obviously try to stick to that feature roadmap, but there are things that can happen in development that can set you back, and we are open and honest about what those things can be. And it is very unfortunate when, Narc, for the purposes of acquiring, views and or followers and subscribers, wants to take things to a very negative place, because negativity can sell. But instead, he had an opportunity to expand upon what we're doing to kind of educate, people as part of this transparent development process, what it takes to make an MMORPG. And for many years he did that, but over the course of the last year he went to a very negative place, and because of that we didn't engage with him at all, as a content creator, and I think that led to him creating this kind of negative echo chamber, which he became beholden to, which is unfortunate. So, anyways, I heard your commentary about coming on your show and talking about anything. I am more than happy to do that. Of course, I hate to give any attention to these types of claims, which are just completely false. But when it reaches the level of viewership and interest that it has right now, I am kind of forced to do that. And I know a lot of people look at me and they say, "Hey, you're the director of the game. You shouldn't be, engaging with. You should kind of stay above the fray." But that's not why I made this company, and that's not why I started this project. I have dedicated myself over the last 8 years in building this company up from very humble beginnings of just a dozen people, when we first started, to what it is today, which is a very large project that is in the works and trying to accomplish something that I think players want within the space, which is an honest team that is not going to be introducing pay to win, that is going to respect the players' achievements and integrity, that is here because we want this game too. So that's something that I think is important, and it really gets lost when creators like Narc, or others give him a platform that is just simply completely false, and it's so hard to bear. It's hard to bear as a person who is very invested, invested both monetarily, emotionally, and in my life, to creating something for a group of people that I affiliate myself with, which is, the gaming community, the MMORPG gaming community. So, anyways, I just wanted to make this quick video just as a response. I'm going to post it into your channel, and then I would be very, very happy to join you and talk about anything that you'd like to. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.